Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Good morning, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, there she is. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Mute your mic there, Sachi. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. The link is on my timeline if anybody wants to come on. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jesus Prabhupada 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Oh Krishna, oh Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Radha 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 Govinda, 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 Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radha 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 Madhava, 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 Radhe, Radhe, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Govinda Radhe Radhe Govinda 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Nityananda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Wow. How juicy, man. Ooh, the name is full of juice. Krishna's names, life, transcendental intoxication, and I'm stoned. God smacked. He smacked me. I love being smacked around by Krishna. More, smack me more. Oh my God, man, this is too amazing, man. I had no idea. This is beyond my ability. How could there be such happiness in this world? How could there be such love in this world? It's perfect. It's the stone I've been looking for all my life. I couldn't find it in LSD. Couldn't find it in pot. Couldn't find it in alcohol. Mescaline, none of that. This is the best. This is great. Oh man, if anything's going to save this planet, it's this. Paint this world red with ecstatic devotion of Radha Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh man, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Let's see what we got here. Stand erect. Oh, Krishna. Yeah, I noticed even the, you blowing your nose so much, it's just like a constant purification. No need for a cold. And it doesn't carry the, it's like the perfect purification of the body. It's got everything in it. Bhakti's got everything in it. Cleansing at all levels. I can't even remember when I had a cold. All this stuff they say, pandemics and all this stuff. Where is it? I don't know. Better chance, Hare Krishna, get this way of purification. Okay. standing erect. Standing erect, the hairs of his body rebuke blossoming champaka flowers. Raising his arms again and again, he calls out, Hari, Hari. You can tell he's really tasting, huh? He's calling out, Hari, Hari, and relishing spontaneous ecstatic love. This must have been really inspiring to the devotees back then, huh? Raising his arms, Hari, Hari, in ecstasy. Woo! Oh, my Lord, wonderful Lord. Standing erect, the hairs of his body, he rebuked the blossoming champaka flowers. Raising his arms again and again, he calls out, Hari, Hari. Oh, my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, marvelous Lord. Surrounded by his devotees. See, this is where it's all going. Do you like personalities like that, that call out Hari, Hari, and their hair is standing on end, tears are flowing from their eyes, laughing like madmen? Do you like that? Are you a devotee of that? Otherwise, what kind of devotee are you out there, man? What is this? What do you think Krishna consciousness is? Become a devotee of that kind of ecstasy. That's where it's at, man. That's the truth. Isn't that? Now, you tell me, show me a higher truth than that. I was watching on YouTube yesterday somebody that was in this, these movements now, trying to, save the world, point out the demoniac stuff going on. He said, this guy really inspires me, so anyway, I checked him out, and it was kind of what they'd say Mayavadi, and he was talking. Matter of fact, so I made a video, and he's just talking, it was just, he didn't look happy at all. And the guy was telling me, this guy inspires me and shows this is what I was thinking. And then I look at it and say, my God, what is this? It doesn't, where's the real life, man? Where's the, and then I put Lalita Ganga's video together with that, merged it. I said, which path do you think is the best here? And she's just laughing in ecstasy, relishing, Krishna. And then I put him back, and you see him talking in his monotone, dry thing. And then I put her back and forth, and this. Which path do you think is the most juicy, the most life, most happiness? See, people don't know. They need to see everything. They see what this is and what this is. That's how we learn. The challenge with this is nobody's seen this kind of path, this kind of ecstasy since Lord Chaitanya, basically. Very rare. Actually, there was one guy going around and distributing the holy name like this about 100 years ago. There's some mention of it. Yeah, so you got to get it to be in association with devotees who chant on this ecstatic platform. That's this, that's the essence. And then you can begin to get it and go through the purification, be encouraged, say, yeah, there's some light on the end of the tunnel here. transforming the material emotions into these spiritual, ecstatic emotions. Hey, there's nothing down about this. Even the down is up, and the up is up, and the down is up. Surrounded by his devotees, again and again he sings and dances. Streams of tears flow from his eyes and sprinkle the ground. Let us glorify him, Lord Gaurachandra. See, glorify him. See, it's a hymn, it's a person. It's a person crying. It's a person, streams of tears are flowing. Yes, this is God. He comes as a person. He shows his heart. He shows his love. And he shows his happiness. It's his personal potency of the Lord. Okay? 3 modes of nature. See, that's the external potency. The 3 modes of nature, the external. See, passion, ignorance, goodness. You see, the people have these qualities and mixtures in the world. This causes misery and a little happiness. Happiness and distress, but it's material. It's iron-like. This is gold. So the Lord comes here to show us, this is it, man. See, this is the path. The devotee is the path in that way. They're the ecstasy. They're the goal, and they're the means. The truth they speak is the means and the goal. Just like the name is. Okay? Obeisances to the direction that faces Sri Vishnu Banu's daughter. Okay? Obeisances to the direction. So what direction are you pointed in? See, people need to ask that question. What direction am I facing? I'm facing the direction of Sri Vishnu Banu's daughter. Devotion, bhakti. Okay? The door. I'm facing the door. The devotees, the relatives. See, they have relation. See, relative relation. I'm facing that door. See, a lot of people are facing in another direction. See, I'm facing in Varnashram Dharma. See, I'm facing to material sense gratification. I'm facing that direction. See, I'm facing towards controlling the world and being like a god in this world. See? But those who are the most intelligent and savvy, they face the direction of bhakti, devotion, Sri Vishnu Banu's daughter. Sri Vishnu Banu's daughter, like there's father, the son of God. Well, how about the daughter of God? That's actually the more of the truth, man. The daughter. Where's the daughters of God? Forget about the sons. Let's see the daughters, man. Let's see the bhakti, man. Sun is a bit bright, hard, let's see the coolness of bhakti, the daughters of God. Are you a daughter of God? I'd like to see Ted White say that. Are you a daughter of God? Daughters have devotion and bhakti. Yeah. Lord Krishna, who cannot be attained even by the kings of the yogis, thinks that his life has now become a great success. Even a glimpse of this bhakti, facing that direction, even you get a little glimpse and you feel, wow, this is the best success I've had all day. all month, all year, all my life. Okay? One little glimmer of bhakti from that direction is that valuable. Obeisances to the glory of Vishnu Banu's daughter. Even Brahma, Shiva, and all the demigods cannot attain the pollen of her lotus feet. See, pollen, it's like a honey, like bee pollen, it's a honey. Get that taste, see, that flavor, that ecstasy. See? Lotus feet are pastimes. See, you can't get it directly. You have to get it through the devotees who have that mercy, man. They carry that pollen. They're like bees, they go into honey. Radharani's like the honey. And the maid servants, the dasis, they go into that honey and collect all that pollen, and then they go around, like bees, and whatever they touch, they distribute some of that pollen. See? That's why you got to be simply. Chapter 7, Anjalila says, simply a fallen conditioned soul, simply by associating with the bees at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. They're collecting all that honey just by associating with them. One can become an eternally liberated soul. Yeah, just by being around those. That pollen's going to touch you. You're going to get some of that. You become eternally liberated just from that. Lord is more pleased. Oh, wow, you're associating with my bees. They carry my pollen. See, they pollinate the flowers. Are you one of those flowers waiting for that pollen? That's why they become fruitful, right? I never thought of that before. Thank you, Lord. That's how it works. See, those are revelations, man. See how that's why they use those analogies. You know how flowers, they don't bloom until, I think it's something like that, right? They don't bloom until they get this pollen. So the bees are going around carrying that pollen. See, and then they bloom. We're like that. People are not blooming in this world until love of God awakens. Her merciful glance showers the best of all nectars. Yeah. How do you know you get the merciful glance of Radharani, man? That's the ecstasy. See? That's that bhakti devotion. That's her glance. Yeah. Even a host of great saints. I meditate on the dust of Radha's feet. Even Brahma, Shiva, Shukadev, Narada, Bhishma, and a host of great demigods, saints cannot see. Dust that has limitless power. Dust that has at once transforms the Supreme Personality of Godhead into Sri Radha's submissive servant. Glory to the forest goddess. When wounded by millions of Kamadev's arrows. When wounded by millions of Kamadev's arrows. Nanda's son fell. She brought him back to life by splashing him with many waves of the blissful nectar of her touch. See, Nanda's sons are all over the place, and they're wounded by Kamadeva's arrows in the material world, all that lust of the world. See? So the only way they can come back to life is to be splashed by the touch of Radha's love, that bhakti, that devotion. See? Otherwise, they stay fallen in the material world. See? That's one really relevant idea. All the Lord's sons are fallen in this world, universe, actually. But this bhakti revives real life, man. Revives our eternal life forever. Isn't that nice? Isn't that wonderful? Keep on tasting this bhakti. Keep on associating. This is the path, man. Yeah, just tolerate all that material consciousness that you carry, the baggage. You know, we carry this baggage. We just keep tolerating and just keep on going, man. Right there, Sachi. What else we got to do, man?
Tolerate. That's the word, tolerate. And patience.
Yeah. This takes time. Yeah. When will the sweet and graceful nectar that is Radha's face, an ocean filled at every moment with waves of sweetness, charm, beauty, and wonderful, beautiful pastimes, appear before us? See, appear is spontaneous. You can't force, you can beg. You know, you can demand, and spontaneously this stuff awakens. You can desire. You know, you ever heard that saying, first deserve, then desire? See, that's Vaidhi. They're all following that path. Here, it's first desire. See, that's Raganuga. First desire this. You know, yearn for this. And the Lord says, oh, you're deserving. You deserve this simply because you want it. Now, how can you get any more unconditional than that? Well, without imposing free will, on your free will. See? The Lord says, oh, you're deserving simply because you want it. Now that's pretty easy path, huh? Because you really, really want it. Just as much as you want a man or a woman or wealth, you really want bhakti, you really want love, you really want God, you really want Krishna. Okay? That's why you got to see devotees relishing this amazing grace, man. Just so you can deserve by desiring. That's amazing, isn't it? You become deserving simply by desiring. And the Lord says, oh, you deserve this simply because you desire it. Man, that is a magnanimous God. A merciful Lord, most merciful incarnation. Same thing here, Just yearn for it. Everybody I see has been yearning for it like that, has gotten it. And then they complain it's not enough. They want more. If you're going to complain, these are the kind of complaints to have. I want more bhakti, more of your love, man. It's my life, it's my soul. How can the Lord refuse if you desire like that? Huh? Krishna. All right. Let's see here. Let's read some Sri Krishna, Sri Gita Rita too. Let's pick a nice chapter. Oops. All right. Let's see. Is there a search thing here? Chapter 12, Devotional Service, Gita Rita. Arjuna says, "O Krishna, I realize that I am more attached I'm more attached to your two-arm form. I now want to confirm that the path of bhakti is the best. Therefore, who are considered better, those who worship the impersonal Brahman or the devotees who worship you?" Whoops. What happened here? Oh, I see. That interesting. See, Arjuna wants this confirmed by Krishna. See, Prabhupada once said that we're not interested in our own opinions. We're interested in Krishna's opinion. See? And Krishna's opinion, or God's opinion, comes through the scriptures. You know? Yet it comes through really, the God's deepest opinion is the conclusiveness of the scriptures. Not the external parts of the scriptures, the real conclusive essence. See? So if we go, and that comes through his devotees, those who have this kind of ecstatic devotion. See, they're so close to the Lord gives them these revelations and stuff. This is why it's the best path. Everybody's speculating, and you can see they don't look like they found it, man. I mean, when you see somebody who's found it, found completion, you see a person that's found perfection. Yeah. What is that perfection? See, that perfection is found true love. See, found true truth. See, found true happiness, true fulfillment. I mean, real fulfillment. And when you find somebody, you see somebody like that, see? Then you know. Otherwise, you don't know. We're looking at all these incomplete people, just like this person, the Brahman level. You can see. I can see. I said, look, this guy's not feeling complete. You can tell. He doesn't have a big smile on his face. Happy from his heart. He found God completely in his complete form. He's still unfulfilled. See? But you don't know that until you find somebody. You have to see a person like that, an example in the world. See? That's your guide, the ultimate guide. There's a saying in the scriptures, not in every life do you get such a guide. They call spiritual master. Found the ultimate fulfillment, the ultimate love, the true love that never leaves, spontaneous devotion. See, we need examples like that. See, then you've got something to sell in this world, a transcendental product, you know. So these devotees, Krishna, so I'm more attached to your two-armed form. I now want to confirm the path of bhakti is the best path. Okay? Who are considered better? Those who worship the impersonal Brahman or the devotees who worship you? See, just like I gave the example, I said this one guy, is representing the impersonal path. See? Or bhakti. You can look at two types of worshipers. Who looks the most rapturous and ecstatic and blissful and happy, transcendently happy? See, and that's so Krishna confirms, this bhakti is like this. But you can just look if you can see it. So, and so it's not only confirmed in the scriptures, it's confirmed by the actual devotees. See, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Because sometimes the Shastras are messed with, edited, like Prabhupada's books now. So, Krishna says, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always worshiping me with great faith are the most perfect. See, that's the word. See? So that's in the scriptures. Now, when you see a person fixing their mind, see, when they're hearing and chanting on the personal form of the Lord is his form. Could be the deity. Personal form of the Lord is his name. It's a form of the Lord. His pastimes, his qualities. So Krishna said they're the most perfect. And how do you know? By the example. You need to see the living example. You see, oh wow, look at this person chanting Hare Krishna, the form of the Lord. He's fixing his mind on the form. Look how ecstatic they are. My goodness, I don't think I've ever seen this before. Oh, look how intoxicating it is. And the scriptures also confirm. He said, yeah, intoxicating name is really wonderful. Wow, look how intelligent that person becomes by fixing his mind on the name without speculation. See, you can compare, discriminate. Discrimination's important. Highest truth, reality. See, this is the highest truth, is this bhakti, man. Because if you ever see somebody relishing this form of the Lord in his name and his pastimes, his qualities, you see that they have the most deepest love, the most truest love, the most ecstatic happiness. And it never leaves them. They have the greatest counsel. They give the greatest counsel. See, all hands down, it's the best. It's the best place to fix your mind on the form of the Lord. See, so Krishna's, and then the devotees confirm and say, yes, that's true, man. I tried fixing my mind on all these other things, and it's not like this. It's not like you, Lord. Your name is you, and it is so wonderful. It is so amazing. Let us commune forever together. If I'm here in this material world, let me chant your name and relish this ecstatic, wonderful relationship with you. Let you be my counselor. You be my husband. I'm tired of these bags of stool and hair and all that stuff. I like your transcendental. I want to just comb your transcendental hair. Stroke your body by chanting your name. It's like stroking God's body. Yeah. And you can do this in the Vaidhi sector. Compare the gurus. Compare the gurus. Which guru looks the most happy transcendentally? Which one looks the most? Which one has the most deep knowledge? Because if they have the deepest knowledge, it's because of bhakti. It's because of this true love, this ecstatic devotion. Okay? The Vaishnava scriptures are amazing because they describe the highest knowledge and the highest transcendental love nicely. And then the devotees, they fluff it out and make it more clear how great it is. And then, and then you start to taste it yourself. And then you say, very good, very much. You sit there, witness for the truth, man. Hey, man, this is the only truth in this world. Everything else is empty and meaningless, really. This answers all questions too. It's amazing. People in the world, if they wonder, well, what is life about? Well, life is to love God. He's everything. He's all the trees. He's the earth. He's the air. Okay? It's to love God everywhere. Okay? The meaning of life is to know the Lord. That's it. That cuts right to the chase. That's why this path of bhakti is the best, because it reveals the best knowledge, the best truth, the ultimate truth, where it's all going. What other path reveals such things? So that's why Krishna says it's the best. So those who fix their minds upon my personal form and are always worshiping me with great faith are the most perfect. That's why we need those kind of persons, to help us. Worshiping great faith because they have experience. They're experiencing this form of bhakti, this devotion. They're experiencing this knowledge. They're experiencing this intimate relationship with God. See, then there's great faith because of that. So if one is a little bit lacking in that, it'd be nice to hang out with people like that, right? See, then our faith becomes stronger and there are spiritual experiences. See, chapter 1 of Adi Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita, says by having that kind of association they call spiritual master, the way of transcendental experience opens up. See, because naturally you're touched by that faith. See, and that opens up transcendental experiences, spiritual experience, real ones. These devotees are the best because bhakti is the greatest process for attaining me. See? You know how easy it would be if people accepted Krishna as an authority like that? That even though Vedavyas was the first, to confirm, and these verses came from him because he realized Krishna. See, this book Bhagavad came from Vedavyas because he realized Krishna. He realized the highest truth, and he could see the illusion side by side. See? Under the full control of the Supreme Lord. See, it's a verse, Bhagavatam. And Vishwanath Chakravarti, out of inspiration, wrote these conclusions of this Bhagavad Gita. How easy life would be if we come to accept the path of the acharyas like this. These as the authorities. Like, when Krishna says, yeah, bhakti is the best, man. That's my opinion. See? And then you come and say, well, let's try that out. Let's see. Let me associate with devotees. And then you start to see, wow, man, this person is juicy, man. This person has life. I also want that life, man. See? Now, if people come to that, they find very quickly the ultimate aim, the ultimate target of life. Otherwise, you're going to this target and that target. It's always missing the mark. See, bhakti puts you right on target. These devotees are best because bhakti is the quickest process for attaining me. I vouch for that. Anybody out there can vouch for that too? See, attaining me. See, attaining Krishna means attaining a relationship with the Lord, with God. Can you feel God in your life, man? Can you feel His transcendental presence? Can you pick up that vibration, that frequency? Can you relish the happiness of that frequency, that vibration? Well, it's the shortest process I've ever found to find something like that. I can't find I haven't found any greater goal than that. See? And attaining Krishna is attaining that relationship, to chant His name in ecstatic love. There you go. That's attaining Krishna. If you're a guru or a teacher and all this, and you're chanting Krishna's name and that love has not awakened in your heart, well, you're not a very high quality guru. Maybe you help people with the name and worshiping Krishna in name only like you do. But the real guru, the standard of Prabhupada's books, is to have a guru that quickly awakens bhakti and devotion to that Krishna like they got. Of course, in your own ras. Do you feel this transcendental happiness and ecstasy that's different than anything you've had in this world? Well, if that's starting to happen, man, you found the quickest path to bhakti. The quickest path is not having a guru who has not attained that bhakti yet. The quickest path. Okay, you're coming up into the, you're coming up. But the quickest is when you get the devotee who is worshiping the Lord with great faith and ecstatic love. See, now you're becoming targeted on that goal. Now you know where it is, and you're going to hear, the revelation and realization that comes from such ecstatic worship. See? Pierces away all that Maya in this world, all this illusion. Parts it, boom, opens the door. See, just takes the veil down. See, that's the quickest way. See, the quickest process is bhakti. So Vaidhi bhakti is okay, it's good. You're on your way. But the ultimate way is the devotee themselves. You got to meet the kind of the Jesus-like persons, you know. When Philip goes, "Where's the path? Where's the path?" And Jesus said, "Come on, man, wake up. I'm the path, man. You look facing this direction. You're seeing the path. You're seeing a person telling you what Krishna is telling. You're seeing a person feeling what Krishna is feeling. That's the path, man. You're seeing the life, and that life will be in you also. That's the attainment. You got to come through the door. The door is the person in the line. See? In the disciplic line that carries that blessing. Pretty simple, isn't it? It's only complicated when you see people speculating about this. They're not examples of this bhakti, man. You don't see them in relationship with the Lord. How do you know a person is in relationship with Krishna? Pretty simple, man. They chant his name and devotion awakens, right? No brainer, that right there, Karuna. He's closing the door. Open that door, my friend. There you go. Walk in and be happy forever. He's in there. He's in the door now. There he goes. He's sitting down in the kingdom of God. Boy, I like this book. You like this book, Gita, Rita? Man, it's amazing. I love this statement. Krishna, great statement, man. I'm going to glorify your statements. I love them so much. And the world, when they begin to love them also, they're going to be set free from your Maya. Those devotees are the best. Oh, those devotees are the best because bhakti is the quickest process for attaining me. Oh, there it is. Yeah. But those who worship the all-pervading and personal conception of the absolute truth by controlling the senses and being equal to everyone, see, that's the hard path. Can you imagine trying to control the senses there, Sachi? Can you imagine trying to walk that path? Difficult, huh? Impossible. Even Arjuna said that's a tough path, man. You know which one he opted for? I'll just associate with you, Krishna, and by your strength, I'll make it. See? So that's the example you got to see. The devotees of Vrindavan, they just depended on the strength of Krishna. The realized soul, the bona fide guru, the real devotees, they've got this relationship established and they just depend on Krishna's strength. And they teach that too. That's what you learn from a spiritual master is these kinds of qualities and these kinds of teachings. How to depend on Krishna's strength, how to depend on the Vaishnava's strength. Yeah, like when you chant these verses. This is the strength we're getting from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his glorification of Krishna in ecstasy. Okay? How to depend on strength. If you're lucky to find a living devotee who has real bhakti and relationship with the Lord, you depend on their strength. See, that comes from their worship of the Lord, their intimate worship of the Lord. That's the line. That's the real bhakti line. See, that's a disciplic line. Not persons that are not getting this strength yet. This strength is transcendental. It's not material. It's not something you get going to a Tony Robbins seminar so that you can be a guru. You know how many people doing that? That's not the strength. It's not, and the Christians do the same thing. Many of them, they think, oh, I'm going to be able to preach, so I'm going to go to a theological Bible college, and then I'm going to be a preacher. That's not the same strength. See, that's like superimposing material ways and means on these things. Did Jesus go to a Bible college? He didn't even study. He had this the anointing, man. Probably brought it through from another life, because we don't know who his guru is. And he could take the strength of the scriptures. He gave him spiritual. There's a name for that too. I forgot what the name is. This in the Bible they call that a name. It's like a spiritus. There's a spirit comes from that. You pick it up. Okay? But not everybody can pick it up. You usually have to be awakened first. Nartam could pick it up. He picked up that love that was deposited in the river, that everybody was taking a bath, but they couldn't pick it up like he did. He just went and took a bath and came right into it. Okay? You can pick it up from the Bible. You can pick it up from the Vedas, but most can't do it. They have to be awakened first. That's why the Lord sends his devotees in the line. They may have not even had an official living guru, but they can pick up that strength from the scriptures. It's spirit. It's God's strength. It's this relationship, this devotion, this love, this bhakti. It gives them real understanding. That's proof. You know, in the Vaishnava community, they go, well, who's your guru? Who's your guru? Who's your guru? You know, it should be like, oh, do you have this bhakti? Do you have this relationship? Do you have the symptoms of having this? Because a lot of people have to be sent. You don't find many living persons in Vaishnavism who actually have this spiritual strength. Bhaktivinoda talks about it in Sri Krishna Samhita. He says sometimes a person will be here in this world. They just come just by anomaly, some just uncommon thing, and they carry this strength of God's strength in them. See? God's strength is this relationship, man. Yeah. Without it, Maya is weakening you, weakening everybody. Because you have relationship with her, God's material energy. It weakens. It's meant to weaken you. It's meant to diminish your intelligence, diminish your love down to the material level, and be very limited. Look at this unlimited love. Chanting Krishna's name in ecstasy every day is empowering, man. Deepening every day. Inspiring to those who are connoisseurs. It's kind of cool now. Oh, Sachi, today if you can go fill that tank, go and exchange it with something, at those places, one of those places.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you. It gets cold in the morning anywhere you go, actually. Okay. So, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth by controlling the senses and being equal to everyone. See, equal to everyone. That's the Brahman level. So it's a very hard path. You got to control the senses and be equal to everyone. But the thing is, they consider yourself equal to Vaishnavas, real Vaishnavas who are bhakti. And then, well, if you're equal, then why would you take instruction from them? Because you're the same. See? But actually, Vaishnavism is a higher level, and it's one of submission. Like real devotees, they're submissive to Vaishnavas, all of them. Submissive. See, they're submissive to realized souls, even if you're a realized soul. See, but the persons after Brahman don't understand that. They just feel, I'm also equal to the higher gurus, the higher instructors. You want to say something there? Such persons engaged in the welfare of all at last achieve me. See, isn't that what they say? It's always a we thing. See, and that we is everybody. They need the strength of everybody. Let me serve everybody. See, I need to serve you and serve you and serve you and serve you and serve you. See, they see in multiplicity like that. But the devotee doesn't. The devotee sees, the super soul is everywhere. Let me serve you, Lord. See? And all perfection will happen. I just serve you. You're coming as my disciple. No problem. I'll serve you. You're as my wife, as my son. You're coming as my son. See, it's always on Krishna. Not, see, in duality still you see everyone, see in oneness or, like this. Got to always work for the welfare of all persons, Okay? But simply by serving Krishna, you work for the welfare of all. It's an easier path, much better. See? And Krishna gives you the potency because you're depending on him alone, Oh, you want my help? Okay, no problem. He turns over his strength to you. The Vaishnavas turn over their strength to us too, which is Krishna. It's by hands down the best path, man. Everything people are trying to learn independently, you get by depending on the supreme independent personality of Godhead. Okay? And we become independent of the Maya. And those manipulated by the Maya and are manipulating others in the Maya. Engaged in the welfare of all, at last achieve me. At last, a long time. So why are they inferior, Krishna, if they will also achieve you? Krishna says, because those who are attached to my impersonal feature have to experience more difficulty. See, so what is Krishna saying? He's saying my personal form is stronger. See, it's more true. It's more true love, more true knowledge in it, more true understanding. See, the other is still inferior to that. So why are they inferior, Krishna, if they will also achieve you? Because those who are attached to my impersonal feature have to experience more difficulty, Arjuna. It takes them longer time to attain their goal. However, whatever one can obtain by karma and jnana is easily attained quickly by my devotees. My unalloyed bhaktas do not even think of crossing this material world because I personally uplift them without their desiring it. Why would you desire to cross this material ocean if you've already crossed it? When you're in the Lord, in Krishna, if that's your Lord, in Christ, and you're in it to the point of devotion, awakening, see, this spiritual experience of God, where else is there to go? What else is there to attain? Hey, that's it. Is this relationship, wherever you are. Okay, let's try it now without here. So, however, whatever one can attain by karma and jnana is easily attained by my devotees, my unalloyed bhaktas. However, whatever one can obtain by karma and jnana, okay, my unalloyed bhaktas do not even think of crossing the material world, therefore I uplift them without their desiring it. They make no endeavor to elevate themselves other than devotional service to my lotus feet. Isn't that amazing? You don't have to endeavor. Just simply by hearing, chanting, remembering the Lord's name with love and devotion, awakening spontaneously, they attain everything. Okay, guys, you're looking too much like passive. So let's hear. So what's going on? Let's hear it.
I'm just sharing your chit.
You're sharing my shit? I mean, my chit? What about you, Tom? What's happening in your world?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Hare Krishna. I'm listening to you and I feel progress, tuning into the transcendental, not the mundane. I'm listening to the instructions of this. I'm listening to the instructions, and I was also listening to Rita Ganga. So I feel it's already established. It's already.
Let's see your face. Let's see your face.
It's already inside. I don't know why it's not visible yet for other, but it's here. it's here. I don't know why it's under. Why some people cannot see it's here.
Yeah. Well, you see why they can't see it's here is because you got to come in here. See, you got to hear to see it's here. See, so that's how it works. It's by hearing. Prabhupada said in Nectar Devotion that people are like bitten by that snake of Maya that puts them in a kind of coma. You know, just like now, you know, you look, they've been bitten by the television, the people in television and all that, and they're all walking around with masks on. I look at it, it's just, God, this is amazing, man. People are really under the whammy. You know, it's like, why are they like that? Because they're hearing. See, they hear from mainstream media. So they're welcome. So they're hearing from the mainstream media, and they're just becoming like that because it's all about hearing. So if they hear here, they awaken. They start. It's like a snake is charmed, and they wake up. They'll wake up from the Maya. Just peel off. But you know, they got to hear from the devotees, otherwise you can't. This is the way. You know, you got to hear. What all I'm repeating is,
I have a sound problem here.
Yeah, all I'm repeating is what's in the Vedas, but it's so relishable. It's like chanting the holy name, you know, to talk about Krishna, you know, and this very powerful because you listen to this, you start waking up. Because what I'm doing, this is the television. See, I'm telling you a vision also, but is it my vision? No, it's the vision of Krishna. It's his opinion. See, they're telling a vision of Maya. Maya is giving their opinion, which is always always trying to destroy you. That's what she does, is to destroy the body, you know, and or maintain the body, material body. Or get the body moving passionately, make babies and make buildings and all that. So that's Maya's domain. So people are bitten by that energy. See, it puts them in that illusion. See? So they've been told a vision by all that talk and all that chatter coming through the television, right? So we're telling you a vision too. You turn on your camera, I'll tell you a vision, but it's a good vision. It's better than good. It's transcendental vision. See, it's a vision of Krishna. It's about his opinion about what is life about. And it's a wonderful opinion. It makes you so ecstatic, man. You cry, you laugh, you know, you feel like all kinds of amazing feelings. Oh, revelations and realizations that nobody understands, not even PhD gurus. Not even them. Yeah. See, so people come here. It's very powerful. That's why you say, well, why don't they know? Well, they just get it when they do come. You know, when everybody becomes a little mature and then you become an expert preacher, you'll convince people to come and listen or listen to even you. You'll be transmitting these things. While I'm here, bring them here. You know, we'll talk about these things. So, it's everybody is coming when they'll come, but you know, you'll see this is the pastime. We're passing our time preaching, you know, and talking about Krishna, you know, having these great sadhu sanghas, chanting his name, you know, having a great time. Right there, Lalita?
I'm sorry, I just came home. I am late. I haven't watched rerun.
Where'd you go?
Walking. I needed air.
You gotta have exercise. It's important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're not like John. You don't have a cell phone or something where you can walk with it?
There is no internet here. And I can't go at that certain place now anymore because the rules are stronger again. It's a new lockdown.
New lockdown. Wow, man. Yeah. Yeah, this is all the Maya. You're just locking everybody down. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. It's all a hoax. Yeah, they're just doing it because they want to condition people into being slaves and you know, that's but you know, you can be free in Krishna if you want.
Yeah, of course. Here it's strange. I don't know how it is in other countries. Here kids are not allowed in shops. I don't understand why. Why is a kid not allowed in the church? What does this have to do with
Kid? You say kids?
kids are not allowed to go in a shop, in a supermarket?
Children. You're saying children.
Children.
Oh,
Children.
really? Really? That's
Is that
bizarre.
in Turkey also?
In Turkey. This is one of the rules.
Crazy. They're just gone crazy over there.
Everywhere. They're going crazy a lot of places.
Yeah. Although every country has its rules and it makes no sense, but
Yeah, it's just the world. Krishna is really compassionate. The world is really dumbed down. The people are really not very smart. The Maya is very strong, especially now. So this is an alternative if people want to come out of that. Because, even if you went all through this hellish lockdown and everything, but you get this relationship, oh man, your life is successful. You don't even care. Do what you want to. It's just like the Christians when they were saved with Jesus in them, man. They kill the body, whatever, man. But I got what I came for in this world. This is what we come for universally, even though people don't know it. This is why you're coming here, is for this relationship with God back again. And if you get it, okay, well, it's done, man. What do you do? Okay, I live as long as I live, and I'm done with it. Came for this relationship, man. This is the whole thing. This is the whole game in this universe, is to figure out this relationship with that supreme source called by different names.
I feel that they don't want to abandon their own opinion. They don't want to abandon their own methods.
Yeah.
They feel they have to put more energy, more faith in the method that is outdated. They don't want to they are not receptive for another method, for a conclusive method.
Yeah, well, they have to see, that's where the example of devotees, you have to see devotees are really happy and deeply loving, deeply connected. And, it's just, basically, you got to see the all attractive features of Krishna on a devotee. You got to see that these devotees are more attractive than people following all these speculations in the world, which weaken you because they're all part of the Maya, the illusion. It keeps you weak and downed and dumbed down. People got to see, wow, this is really look at the intelligence of this devotee, man. Look at these qualities. Wow, look at their love. Look at this bhakti, man. So that's how it's done. It's a witness program. People got to witness something extraordinary because Krishna's all attractive. Prove it. Well, that's got those qualities. We have to have this relationship developing more and more in us, and then automatically, just people say, wow, this devotee's really attractive. Why? And you tell them, well, it's because I believe in Krishna. I believe in his opinion. I believe in the opinion of acharyas. I love their opinion. It's real life. It's God's life. Even God likes his devotees' opinions. Matter of fact, that's why he wakes up in your heart. You'll see. You listen to these opinions. You'll see God likes them, and he'll show you that he likes them in your own heart. Right there, Lalita and Tom and everybody and River and Karuna. God, all I'm doing is I'm just working to please God, please him in your hearts, in my hearts, in his hearts. And he's the king of hearts, right? And the king and queen of hearts. Isn't that funny? In the cards, they have king of hearts, queen of hearts. The best cards, right? Yeah, go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is I really feel this pastime of Krishna when he was around, yes. And there was that that battle to where Sita was the prize, yes, and pulling up the bow, yes, and a lot of persons, they tried to pull up the bow, and they used their old methods to pull up the bow, but Ram, he was able to pull up the bow with the conclusive method. I really feel that a lot of answers are in that pastime.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. Yeah, that's true. Hey, let's read some of the comments. We got some requests here. Okay. Is it? Let's see. What is this? Conclusive truth. Okay. These conclusive truth of Maya to keep people in illusions. No, the conclusive truth of Maya to keep people in illusion. No, Maya's truth is not conclusive. See, Maya's truth is inconclusive. That's how she weakens people. Remember, Jesus said the truth will set you free. The truth is, what is the essence, man? The essence is this relationship with God. You know, people trying to act without this relationship, or they have a very weak realization of this, like, oh yeah, I got to connect with my source, but they don't exactly know, well, what does that mean? And just or I need to be spiritual. See, there's unclarity in that, so there's weakness in that. But when you know, oh yeah, I'm here, the Lord in his name is the same. He has left his name here so I can connect with him. Boy, man, are you targeted when you got that? Oh yeah, to attain attachment to that name. Oh, just be with devotees who chant in ecstasy. My God, am I getting clear now? Finally. Gee whiz, why didn't I learn that from Jayapataka Maharaj or Radhanath? You know? Or Acharya Dave. Well, because they're not like that yet. They're still in process. They need to come here or somewhere like here. And I think this is the only place like here. Personally, I've been looking around. If I would tell you, if I seen another place like this, you know? So you go also, Karuna, you tell me, is that Prem Parojana like this? That place. You know, let us know. Anywhere you see, you go look a place like this that has real bhakti like this, real information about relationship with Krishna like this. See? And then we'll have a great party. You know, if not, we're the only deal in town on this planet. Then we might as well go. At least we're preaching about it. What is it? Well, you know, some people say, well, look at Gohar. He's saying they're the only place. But there's so many places. Well, show us a place, man. Where is that place? If not, I'll just, then at least we're out there preaching that this is the place. Isn't it nice? It's a place. It's a place where you get Krishna fast. You know? Quick. So that's the essence. All right. So, Johans. Wait. Read this there, Tom. Aman says something.
Srila Prabhupada even mentioned about the importance of awakening Krishna consciousness in people, as he said that in our conditioned life, we are bitten by so many types of Maya snakes. And more we are put into unconsciousness of mind without any hope of eternal life. Krishna consciousness is the only herb for such Maya snake bite condition. So our duty is very responsible. We have to awaken so many snake bitten.
Patience. Patience.
Patience. Under the spell of Maya, Jay.
Yeah, and let's just clarify that more. Like Prabhupada says, mentioned the importance of awakening Krishna. What does that mean, awakening Krishna? Everybody's talking, yeah, awaken Krishna consciousness. Yeah, awaken Krishna. What does it mean? You know, well, hey, how about let's take the word for as it's said. Awaken Krishna consciousness. You want to be conscious of Krishna? You got to have devotion. Without devotion, you will not understand what Krishna is or who he is. Devotion reveals the truth. So you need devotion to be Krishna conscious. Now, doesn't that help us understand what it means, awakening Krishna consciousness? Okay? We got to get even more clear about this. And that's what we do define it. Like, oh yeah, well, where do I get this devotion? Well, you get it by being around devotees who already have it. That you can see they have the visible signs of devotion to Krishna, and therefore you'll get your awakening there. Make it simple. Let's clarify everything. Let's make it crystal. Okay, and people said that a condition are bitten by many types of Maya snakes and more. Unconsciousness of mind or the hope of eternal life. Yeah, and what is eternal? Hope of eternal life. What is eternal life? Well, I'm going to go to heaven and have 7 virgins or something, or 21 virgins. Is that eternal life? No, that's some Muslims think like that. They think it's a life of sense enjoyment because that's what all they know. No, eternal life is the life of glorification of the Lord and the awakening of devotion and love and mellows and relishing the mellows of devotion. What are you going to do when you don't have a body? How are you going to gratify it? You got to come back here, right? That's why. Oh, I got no body. Well, Krishna, okay, he'll award you another body simply because you desire that. You're not filled up because you're not filled up with bhakti. Where are you going to go when you don't have when we pass from these bodies? You're going to go, hey man, wow, this is the best thing. Now I'm free of the material body and I can just glorify you in my spiritual form without, feeling tired anymore, because it's the greatest thing. And so we got to bind this consciousness, awaken this kind of consciousness in this world, the urge to glorify the absolute truth, and with love and devotion and ecstasy awakening spontaneously in us. That's perfection. See? That's being Krishna consciousness, and that's the means. Come into ecstatic association. Otherwise, it's a longer path, much longer. You got a problem. You know how many devotees die without bhakti, without real devotion? So many. That doesn't have to happen. If you just listen, come here for a month and listen to good sense. Listen to logic that comes from ecstasy, ecstatic worship. You become just naturally more logical. And then you'll become, because that's part of the purification. You've been listening to illogical persons or persons their logic is not really that good because of a lack of devotion and bhakti, awakening in their worship. Okay? So when you're with people that have deep logic and deep clarity because of ecstatic worship, it's only going to be better, right? You're only going to get there faster, right? You're only going to be more clear, it's just everything is accentuated. Everything is activated.
I feel we have to tell them that they are not going to be protected by more money. They are not going to be protected by more space. They are not going to be protected by more control over factories and over movements of material people. They are not going to be protected. The real protection is here, but they keep on going on thinking I'm going to be more protected when I have more money. Yeah, but that's inconclusive. I feel we have to tell them that is not going to help them. The money eventually it's not protecting them. Yes, the things that are really protecting them, we have to tell them very clearly that this association, this listening, this shravanam, listening to hear, that's going to protect them, and not the money, and not the space, and not the healthcare, and not the opinions, the schooling, the teaching. It's not going to help them.
Yeah, well, the thing is, see, this is when people in the Maya, in the illusion, they more or less fully identify with the material body as themselves, or the material emotions. So that's their nature. They just kind of think, well, it's going to be some kind of physical protection that I need. See, so devoted people of the world need this awakening of the spiritual body, so they go, oh, this is the real me. See? I see. Well, how do I protect this? How do I maintain this? How do I activate this? See, so because if you don't, then you see people, they're mad after security. And the Maya is always dangling that carrot of security, but they're using it. You're not really getting real security. She's lying to everybody. She's tricking everybody, deceiving. That's what the nature of Maya is. And if you believe in Maya, believe in her, and believe in her representatives, these guys and these people, politicians and CDCs and everything, they all have material motives to make you slaves, because Maya makes you slave. I mean, that's what she does. This is just the what do you call, the exaggerated version, where she really wants to show you how much of a slave you're going to be if you believe in her. If you believe here, you'll be set free. You'll be set free in the truth, in the ecstatic relationship of your awakened soul. You'll know who you are, and you'll stay like that forever. Otherwise, she's right there now. I mean, right there in your face. Look at it. More security, more mask, double masking. Pretty soon it'll be triple masking. People won't even be able to breathe, and they'll believe it and then die. I met a young girl. She had a double friggin' mask on. I couldn't believe it. Double mask. And she looked like a young person asking me for a cigarette. I said, what good is this thing? You're smoking cigarettes, and it's going to, what does that matter? You smoke cigarettes, you can't even breathe already, and now you put the double mask on? I said, do you watch television? She goes, yes. I said, yeah, there you go. They told you a vision of that. And there you go. You don't see me. I'm 68 years old. I haven't had a cold. What do you got all these double masks? What are you afraid of? Just all, see, they're all dumbed down by serving the illusion. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel this is new for me, new realization, that they are servants of Lakshmi. That a lot of people, they are serving Lakshmi.
Uh-huh.
But they miss because it becomes logical if we see them, they are serving the material wealth and the source of material wealth. Yes, they are servants of Lakshmi, but it will not bring them to Radha Krishna.
Yeah. Well, you see, Radha is the real wealth, not money. That's her external. See, Goddess of Fortune is her external version. See, well, it's not even external, because the Goddess of Fortune, her real form is she's the goddess of great fortune because of devotion. See? That's our great fortune. There's so many goddess of fortunes manifesting in this thing, in our Sangha here. Once devotion awakens, man, you're like the goddess of fortune. People become fortunate by your association, and only by your association. You carry the great treasure of God, the pearl of great price that Jesus is talking about. There's no other treasure than real devotion in here. But you see, people value Maya. They've been addicted to Maya that they cannot see the value in this devotion. So devotees overturn that because some people are ready for this. Some people are they come to ISKCON or Gaudiya Media or Gaudiya Math to get Krishna, but they get like an external version right now. And when they're ready and this preaching appears, they'll come here. Because there's nothing like this. Very rare, very unusual. Where do you see devotees worshiping God in ecstasy like this? Where? Show me one place. And they can say, oh, we all do it. Yeah, but we do it in secret. Okay, well, I don't believe it. So then, and what value does it have for others? If that means you're doing like Prabhupada or Bhaktisiddhanta. They had it, but they hid it mostly. So you're carrying on that line of having it and hiding it. So I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but that doesn't add anything to my life. I want to see, where is an example of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda? Where are they? I come here for Krishna. Are you like that? You want God? Are you eager? I mean, do you come to Krishna to get Krishna? Well, where is that kind of Lord where they're ecstatic, and crying publicly, in their eternal relationship with God in this world, man? Yeah, to me, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. What are you looking for out there? This is the only thing.
Not giving cookies.
Cookies? You want to be a cookie distributor? Go to Belgium. Go to ISKCON over there.
Give them a whole cake. Give everybody a cake with cream and everything.
I mean, if you want, that's the basic stuff. Okay, go do that for a few lifetimes.
Yeah, they are blinded by that kind of quality, that level of quality. They cannot see this. They are not receptive for this quality. They are blinded by the qualities of the material qualities.
Yeah, they're blinded, but you know what? We just forcefully preach like this, which is not really force. It's fun, You just keep relishing, happily worshiping Krishna and talking about the real truth, and eventually people get it. Because it's the truth. The truth is more powerful than anything. Reality is the highest truth. That's demonstrated here. And we also even talk about, we tell you see, you're demonstrating out there. You see that religion, your religious gurus out there, you're just demonstrating religion. We're demonstrating real Krishna consciousness, this ecstatic worship. We're demonstrating that, and you just demonstrate religion. Okay, great. What's better? What's the real point of Krishna consciousness? Eventually people will get this, that we're making more sense than anybody. You're demonstrating religion and rules and regulations. We're demonstrating ecstatic worship of Krishna like Lord Chaitanya Nityananda did 550 years ago. So what's a greater truth, religion or this?
This, of course. Make them conscious of Krishna. Make the world conscious of Krishna. Let them carry him and relish him.
So Nari says, read this, Tom.
Which names can we have as examples of acharyas we need to follow?
Okay, very good question. All the acharyas, actually, in their not always their preaching, but in their actual teaching. The actual teaching, because they all love the essence. See, but the way the acharyas have done, the recent ones, the acharyas usually ascertain the truth. This is Bhakti Vinod Thakur Sri Krishna Samhita. The acharyas usually ascertain the truth, this stuff that we're preaching openly. They ascertain it and keep it for themselves. They don't tell you. It's only for them because you can't understand. or it's not time for you. Okay. Well, anyway, it's time for me to ascertain these very deep truths because of this kind of worship, and I share it. See, because I've been ordered. And ordered. It's like Christians say, okay, great, man. Now, help others become ecstatic too, and show them the value. You show them and teach them the value of this. See, so the acharyas, especially the visible ones, the ones like Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya, and their followers. But the thing is, we don't have a lot of we have, you look at them, you got to look at their deeds. You look at them in ecstasy and how they're worshiping. Advaitacharya. See, Advaitacharya was very ecstatic, and so was Nityananda, and so was Lord Chaitanya. Look at their examples. Vishwanath Chakravarti, Nartam, Srinivas, Shamananda, these kinds of devotees, they were in the spontaneous devotional moods. Yeah, and if right now we're here to show people this kind of worship, show them so they see, oh, it's available. Yeah, we can also worship like that. Yeah, you just come into this association and learn. You learn, you see, you experience the vibration, the frequency, you hear the teachings. Yeah. So like that.
Can I mention some names?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nityananda, Narada Muni, Pundarika Vijanidhi, Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda. Wow. Wow. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So what are you feeling?
Oh. You said let them watch, tell them why the goddess of wealth receives these things. Tell them why the goddess of fortune received all these mundane wealth. It's not helping to hammer on that vision of that wealth. They have to dig in deeper. They have to dig in deeper. Why did Sri Lakshmi have all that wealth? They will not attain it in this way, by getting more, suppress more people, use them like slaves. They will not come to the source of this higher wealth.
Well, the Maya also is teacher. She teaches us, so people become attracted to material wealth, and you get some experience. And ultimately, this teaching is, we're showing people, this is real wealth. This is what the acharyas have shown us, and we're also relishing this wealth and witnessing, saying, yeah, this wealth of this devotional ecstatic worship, it's so amazing, it's so wonderful, it's accessible now. You can very easily get it. Just go through the transformation. It's that's the preaching. show and tell, show and tell, and whoever comes on board, there you saved a soul. You fished them out of the Maya.
It's very intelligent. Naya says, really, these names, the sound vibration of the names, they are our vehicle. They are bringing us there. The sound vibration of the names. So the question is very important. Which names can help us? Nityananda, Radharani, all those names we have. They are the vehicle. They bring the connection. They bring there we can tune in and
Srila Gaura Haridas.
find the sound. Yes. Jai Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Shri Haridas. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, the names, and especially in association with devotees, it really helps a lot to facilitate this. Otherwise, you guys were all chanting the names before somewhat, and to come to the ecstatic stage is nice, really. So what else have we got here? So Srila Gaura and Sangha are in this Gaudiya. Read this sometime.
Yes, Srila Gaura Haridas and Sangha are in this Gaudiya Madhava Sampradaya.
See, main thing. See, they're the real followers of Lord Chaitanya and the false followers. See, most are false followers. It's just, people that, I'm not a false follower. Yeah, you are if you don't worship the Lord in ecstasy. Okay. When the Acharya left, this is the story of the Acharya left, then they were of one opinion, then it divided into two. One had the right opinion, the ecstatic devotees who were worshiping the Lord and following in the Lord's footsteps of ecstatic worship, and they were maintained by this ecstatic. This is life, man. This is the maintenance. If you don't have this, you're not awakened or maintained. See, so the path splits into false followers. Most Vaishnavas don't worship on this ecstatic platform, so they're still part of the false follower pile. Okay, now a lot of people, if they don't accept this opinion, which is actually the real opinion in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, they'll accept their own opinions of being real followers, and they stay like they are. They will make very slow progress. They will die without this ecstasy. But if you can admit, this is chapter 12 of Adi Leela. If you can admit I'm actually still a false follower because I don't have this ecstasy to be a real follower. Real follower is the followers of the path of prema, who worship that prema, in that prema. If you don't have that prema, you're still a false follower. And I don't care who initiated you or what. You have to come and learn what being a real follower of Lord Chaitanya is. You follow in the footsteps of ecstatic worship like he and his real followers did. Nityananda and their followers who followed in the path of prema, devotion.
The name to distinguish the false follower from the good followers, Sri Advaita. He is exactly that's the energy to distinguish false followers from real followers.
Yeah.
Sri Advaita.
Yeah. And it's not like I'm putting down the false followers. They just got to admit, they got to repent. See, the repentance is, I see. I haven't found the real path yet. And hey, man, if you can just learn that, where the real path is, oh my God, that's 99% of it. The real path has appeared in this world. That's why, Lord Chaitanya, Madhavinda Puri appeared, and then the real path appeared. Because it's the devotee. The real path has appeared again. The real path is here. If you don't accept this opinion, and then you stay a false follower. I mean, if there's another branch, that's on the tree. The real tree, the branch is green. It's green energy. See, the green energy is this bhakti. See, so it's got to be flowing. Otherwise, you're a dried up branch. You're just a branch on the tree, but there's no real life. The life is this prema, man. This real ecstatic worship. That's the life here, man. If it wasn't here, I wouldn't even be around. I'd probably be out doing something else. Because I want life, man. Yeah. I only found 2 places that had this life that I was looking for. One was amongst Christians, but not all Christians. And in Vaishnavism, I never found it at all, except in just getting what I was getting through chanting and hearing. It's that rare. It's that rare. Most you ask gurus in ISKCON and all these other places, what is this spirit of devotion? And a lot of them, I don't know, maybe some have, I don't know, they're hiding or so, who the heck knows? But what good, if they're not revealing, they're not revealing. We're here revealing, we're in line, Prabhupada ordered, Krishna blessed, so it's happening. Might as well come here. Here we got all ducks in a row, all the way back. So here, read that.
If someone is following both paths, it is wrong. I mean, Vaidhi and ecstatic devotion and worship. And that's mixed when they mix.
No, it's well, okay. It's not wrong. I mean, some devotees followed Vaidhi externally, and internally they did something. But then that's all you basically get is Vaidhi, because that's what they did. They privately were worshiping, then they just come and follow rules. But you can't follow all the rules. And when you're an ecstatic devotee, you can follow maybe some. Or how are you going to do it? How do you? It's like, what do you want to be? Like a Jekyll, a split personality or something? Isn't it nice just to be yourself? I'm sorry, man. I'm not inspired to do both paths, and it's like I'm doing that, and then it's just too conflicting for me. I mean, I'm just not my nature. Maybe somebody else can do it. Let them do it. Like Lord Chaitanya would do it as best as possible, but he couldn't always do it. How can you do it? Sometimes you're ecstatic. You just break a million rules because you're so ecstatic. Yeah, go ahead there, Lalita.
Yeah, there are some devotees who are ecstatic and follow a Vaidhi path. They keep it silently. They chant in their rooms and they don't show here and there, aren't they? You were one. You were an ecstatic devotee following the Vaidhi path.
Well, no, actually, what happened for me was I was living in the ISKCON temple and I lost my bhakti being too close. It just went underground. So that's the thing. That's the problem. You get too close to Vaidhis and your devotion will be sapped off because Krishna is shy in that way. And all that, by that association, it doesn't facilitate devotion. You got to be on your own, more apart, unless you have ecstatic devotees. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I was always, when I left ISKCON, that was the greatest thing I ever did, because I was able to be alone, and then I got some experience. As soon as I got Prabhupada's books again, and I realized, immediately came back, and then that's all I needed. I just stayed on my own with Prabhupada and these ecstatic devotees, because that's all I wanted. I was that kind of devotee. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said the same thing. He said, when devotion awakens, then you stay alone until the right association appears. Because if you get too close to the Vaidhi Bhaktas, it'll sap your bhakti out, and there's offenses there. It's all about association. So, you know, and that's why this is started, because as soon as a couple of persons came, Prabhupada appeared and said, yeah, now you'll see people will come in due course. You just keep preaching like this, keep showing, keep teaching what you've realized from this worship. And then by and by, people will come, you know, like, look, we got a bit of a group now, you know. But I would not go back to intimate association with Vaidhi Bhaktas, because that's how I would lose it.
So the process has to go by attraction, not that the Raganugas go to the Vaidhis, but the Vaidhis have to be attracted by the Raganuga.
That's why we have to have our own group, and people have to see our brand. This is like a brand. This is like a niche. Yeah, this is our niche. This is our group. It's a bit of a, you know, unusual, oddball group, but it's wonderful. You know, they have to see that. You know, now like Sachi, she goes and chants with the Vaidhis. She likes it. That's the whole thing. Trust your heart, man. That means Krishna has a plan for that. You know, and they benefit. See, so that's fine. She doesn't like to stay for the lectures and stuff too much. Probably bores you. You know, but the chanting, you know, goes. She can chant a little bit, and you know, it's like preaching. Yeah.
Say something.
Yeah.
I'm realizing too that part of it is about when they're doing, you know, instead of being also. I know, like, you know, at the temples, they got the restaurant to keep going, and they have to get up at 4 or 5 in the morning, do your program, you know, keep everything going, and not enough being with it, you know, being with the relishing of the names of the devotees and the scriptures and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And that money thing that Tom was talking about earlier, I really see that is kind of behind some of that, a good bit of our doing of our world, you know, progress and doing and building, and, you know, I mean, it's not in every case, of course. I don't think like Balaram's building because of money, but, you know, in our world in general, there's do, build, you know, produce.
Yeah.
And our government has, you know, our governments are bullying the people right now, and saying you can't have your business because, you know, you got to keep that mask on, and it's craziness.
Yeah, well, you know, see, that's the thing. Government is here in the world to keep things externally going. Usually, the government right now is very corrupt. It's just very corrupt, and they're lying, cheating, deceiving. So that's the kind of government. So, but the best government. See, a lot of people think, "Oh, be an anarchist and self-government," but you know, that will never work either. What will work is being self-governed. Self-governed is being governed by the self. The true self is God. See, being connected to that source again, then you're self-governed. See, in that relationship, it's always a relation. You're never on your own and going to be a good governor. You know, you have to do this by we're built to be connected either to we're really built to be connected to Krishna's spiritual potency. This is just by default because we've fallen into this thing somehow or other, and we're connected to the Maya. So we're governed by the Maya. And sometimes the government right now is like the Shiva influence is to destroy everything. See, so that's what's going on, to destroy and to create something new. See, but it's not like the demons are thinking. They think, oh, we're going to create some dystopian. We're going to enjoy. We're going to be slaves. No, well, God has another intention. Go ahead. What?
Yeah, I feel, the key word is playful. Yeah, we can do it seriously by force, but when we are doing playfully, then it's cooperation. Then it's raganuga. Then it's spontaneous. When it's too forced into regulations and rules, then it's not playful. So the method, I feel it has to do with spontaneity and playfulness. Then we can come out, not forced into narrow path of rules and regulations. It will not work. We have to loosen up and do more playful.
Yeah, well, again, that comes by association. Okay? By association with devotees who are playful. You start to pick up their moods because they get it from Krishna. See, the closer you get to Krishna, you start to see he's very funny. He laughs a lot, therefore you laugh a lot. He cries a lot, therefore you cry a lot. Very sentimental, transcendentally. So you start to have the nature of the Lord because of your closeness, your relationship. Okay? So that's the way. So you can't be playful on your own unless it's material something. You can be transcendentally playful when you're playing with Krishna like this.
Yeah.
Automatically, automatic. So read this.
Since I am here, I felt and feel that Krishna is with me.
Yeah, and that's how it is.
Yeah. Here.
This is the idea. If you're around ecstatic devotees, you'll feel this Krishna around more because he's very pleased to be around his devotees. And if you're committed to like what we're doing, otherwise he'll withdraw. You'll see the transcendentally withdraw further in the background. I've seen this. People who do that, they withdraw from us. Krishna withdraws. Why would you withdraw from such a place like this unless some kind of maya is affecting you? So they withdraw like that, and then Krishna withdraws. That the spiritual Krishna, and then the maya takes over. Maybe you're becoming a big Brahmin and rules, regulate, austerities, all that stuff comes back. Isn't that amazing? All this teaching I do about it's not that, it's not that, it's not that, and I'm just teaching you what Lord Chaitanya says. Not that, it's not that, it's not austerity, it's not renunciation, it's not being a Brahmin, it's not that. But then they withdraw because of some desire, I guess, and then they become that. Everything that they lose it. That's how powerful Maya is. You just put you in forgetfulness. But at some time, they'll be revived.
When I was reading this sentence, I felt the emotions. I tasted the ras in there. That's wow. Thank you. And that's I feel there's another level now. Then I can taste the emotions and not just read the sentence and
yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Nice, juicy. So read that.
In which context is we humble as grass, leaf, and as tolerant as a tree? Well, I can feel also here, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, and so the context is this: it's an ecstatic emotion. Devotees have many emotions, and when you're relishing a special mood with the Lord, it's like that. You feel very very humbled and very grateful, very humbled, all kinds of moods. But it's just one mood. It's not like, oh, the devotee's always going to be in that mood. Can you imagine Lord Shiva always being in that mood? He's not in that mood. Can you imagine Prabhupada always he'd be walking around like a wimp where there'd be no preaching? There are all kinds of moods. Lord Chaitanya wasn't always in that mood. He was angry like fire. He told one guy to teach him. You think, well, see, Lord Chaitanya was always humble as a great. Oh yeah, well, I guess you haven't read these books. You have. See, you read them, but you didn't really hear them. You got to hear from a devotee, because then you'll learn. Okay, you'll learn that sometimes the Lord was like that, and sometimes this leper came because he was offensive to a pure devotee and messing up his preaching, and then he got leprosy, and then he said, "Well, give me mercy, Lord Chaitanya," and he said, "I'll not give you any mercy." He got very angry. You blaspheme Srivas Thakur. You go apologize first, then you'll get your mercy. See, angry mood. But the guy did, and he became a pure devotee. See, that was the right medicine, right? Different mood. So all kinds of moods devotees have. Sometimes they're playful and funny, joke around. Sometimes they're reverent, sometimes irreverent. Just like here in the world. That's why, sometimes, usually, real Vaishnavas expressing in this world, people think, oh, he's just a mundane person. Just like they think the pastimes of Krishna, oh, that's just mundane. Look, they're just acting like ordinary people. But no, their emotions are all transcendental. See? They're not like the material is a reflection of that. See? You see, the reflection is all this material emotions and friendships you have and material dealings and businesses and all that. That's all the reflection of the pure thing. See, over there, here we're dealing all with Krishna, but it's indirectly. Krishna is coming in the form of the modes through his servants, right? There, you're dealing with Krishna directly. He's coming directly through you, to you, himself, and through his devotees, actually. That's considered direct because he is his devotees. Okay? This is different. This is the reality, the real thing that lasts forever. Okay? See, comes with the verse. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila. The Lord appears in these various forms. He appears as Krishna. See, that's him. He appears as a plenary portion, like, say, Vishnu, or, say, Balaram. Okay, another kind of portion, plenary portion. That's also him. And he comes as his devotee, or the spiritual master. That's also him. See, you're always dealing with Krishna directly in a different form, but he comes in as Maya also. That's not, he considered, that's not really me. That's my shadow. You interested in that? Well, stay there. Come over here if you want to be free. You want to be set free? Come to this Sangha, man. Hear this preaching. See this preaching. See this ecstatic worship. And be free forever. Otherwise, there you go. Take your big brother there, the draconian big brother out there. Or come to the big brothers and sisters here who can help you become free forever. Anybody want to take this option? It's either that now or this. I like all or nothing times. It's all or nothing time. Fantastic. Great preaching. That's why we're here. For these times is a great, powerful preaching.
Yes.
We're dividing the world up. The ones you want to stay out there in the Maya, stay out there. Come over here. Let's be set free, man. Become ecstatic. Looks like River is falling asleep.
The Lord comes in the association, in the context, in the Sangha. That is so powerful. That's so powerful that he comes as the associate. It's so powerful. When we are in the association, we can be ourselves immediately. We feel protected, and we can be in the protective gardening we are nourished. It's so powerful, this association.
Yeah, it's powerful. Okay, Lalita, say something. You look like you're falling asleep or something. I don't know.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all? What's going
No.
on? What do you think? What do you think about all that? Give us. Say
I'm
something.
listening, Guru Maharaj.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
listening.
Yeah. I know you are. Yeah. Okay. Anything that you'd like to share?
Yeah, one thing, an experience I had a few days ago, that I was really very deeply focused on Srimati Radharani. And then I opened my Facebook page and I saw Yamuna was live and she was reading about Radharani. And then you were completely in the mood of Radharani. You preached a whole preaching a whole video, a whole afternoon
Oh,
about
really?
Srimati Radharani. Yeah, it was just like this energy was working through all three of us. It's
Yeah.
really very, very strong. I had a good day then. I had a really good day. It was drunken making.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you got to say about that, there, River? Go ahead.
I've been really well for the last 2 days from when I read. I felt really well. And even yesterday I lost some blood off the machine. And instead of, staying in that kind of, in the Maya, I just went on red. And it just took me away from what happened. I didn't have to think about what happened and think about whatever it was going to do to me. I've just felt really, really great. It's been amazing, but it's really something that Tom says, the power that is here, and the way, it clears you out, it transforms you, this power. And the fact that we go through these really intense times of purification, it still keeps you attached. The power is immense here. The fact that I'm still here. I wasn't ever going anywhere, no matter what happened to me anyway. Because this is the best place for being in communion with the Lord, being together with the Lord, and transforming you, giving you what you want, what you need, obviously in the right time and place. The power is immense, and it keeps you. I could never have got through those times without still having this path, knowing this path, and having the devotees. It's really, really powerful. The fact that it doesn't seem like there is any place like this, because this is transcendental, and it's transcending us away from this platform to God consciousness. And you look at other groups everywhere with whatever it is, none of that is happening. It's all material, and nobody's getting transcended. Nobody's getting transcended. They're still in the same place. But here, it's just alive, like you say, that it just brings you alive. This really does bring you alive, the Lord's life in you. It's a real honor, actually. It's a real honor. And to be able to share it with others is a real honor as well. I feel really well for a long time. So thank you. Power is amazing on how it just has done. We've experienced and feel everything that you've been talking to us about. And without hearing the repeated message from the devotees and from yourself of, this is Maya, this is a temporary place, it's an illusion, and you'll get through it. That has really encouraged me. People's words and your words, Maharaj, has really encouraged me to get through it. Wanted to, throw in the towel, but I didn't have any kind of, even though my mind might have wanted to do all of these things, like run away, and, I couldn't. Krishna just kept me here, no matter what. That's it. That's all I wanted.
Yeah. It's all about being told a vision, like they do with the Maya's telling you a vision of the illusion. We're telling a vision of the way Krishna sees things. That the devotees have ascertained by revelation. and that's the best sight. It proves it's the best vision, the best understanding, the best clarity, the best love, everything. So that's why I accept. I don't accept it blindly. I just haven't found anything better. The Krishna's vision is so wonderful, so satisfying, to the heart, just to hear it. Yeah, so and I listen to so many people, on Facebook, and I don't find their vision that they're telling me is satisfying to my heart. Not like this. This is this, so that's what it's really about. What is really the most satisfying philosophy and truth and devotion and love, And to me, this is it, man. This is the best thing. I mean, I keep looking, like that one guy who's saying, well, this guy really inspires me, and I look at him, he's a Mayavadi, and he's very kind of, I was looking, well, that's not really that, it's not like this, the guy's talking really kind of dry and but no, and looked like kind of like there was something that was not quite right inside, and like he didn't find it yet, but he was trying to act like he did, and it was when you find it, man, your face shows it. You have that smile like Krishna has. Krishna has always got a little smile, no matter what is going on, you got a little smirk there. Like Lalita, look at the smirk. It's always, that never goes away. She's marked, but that smirk of Krishna now. Look, you got one too now, and Tom's developing one, and also Sachi Devi. You're all becoming marked with that smile, that smirk. It's a devotional symptom, actually. Okay, so let's see. We got top news. Okay. All right. What has Freddie's got to say here? Let's see what he's got. Oh, I muted Tom. Okay, go ahead, Tom. You're on. Unmute your mic there, Tom. I can't do it.
That's the method of deduction of neti-neti. It's not this and it's not this. It's a speculative approach of the absolute truth, which never can be understood by material intelligence and logic.
Yeah, I mean, that's why people need to see this path, this bhakti, because they're showing that path. So let's show this and help everybody find the best thing, or anybody who wants it. Yeah. That's why, this, like Maya, the way Maya works, she wants to keep information from you, right? Isn't that what she does? And therefore you do the destructive thing. Oh yeah, put the mask on because, masks are good. See, our authorities say they're good, right? But if you investigate, there's more information you can get that teach you, hey man, it's actually not good for you. And that's the better conclusion, but they don't hide it from you. That's what Maya does. ISKCON does the same thing. All these groups do the same thing. They hide the information that gives you the better thing. See? Isn't that what they do? You try to talk to ISKCON devotees. Often they can't, well, I'm sorry, who's your guru? Or they say, don't listen to anybody else. Right? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Guru Maharaj, you say they hide the information. Are you sure they know the real information?
Well, they don't, but they don't, because there's Maya there. They're afraid that people will leave them. It's like still there's fear all the way up into the mode of goodness. There's fear of loss of control. See, so devotees, there's no fear. Like I'll challenge everybody. You show a better philosophy than this, we'll all go. I'll go first. I'll go where there's a better experience of Krishna than this, a better, more intimate understanding of God than this. I'll go there. We'll all go. We'll go together. Why not? Because if it is, it'll be it'll be on that foundation of something that is really the best right now. There's nothing, there's always more to learn. Why not? But this may be the best we're going to get. And because it keeps here, it keeps developing, it keeps going deeper. So I don't know, But see, there's no fear here. I don't know. Why should I be afraid, man? I got the Lord. He's with me. He's always working for my benefit. If he even wants to get an attachment, even that's good. Whatever he needs.
They are fearful to lose members, to lose money, to lose their false prestige, name and title, etc., etc.
Yeah.
That's their fear.
Yeah, yeah. Read this, Johan says.
If I'm coming in the shop, some of the people who are working, they tell the sun is coming in the shop. That's when Johan is entering a shop, then they feel it.
Oh, he says the sun is coming into because I remember I went also in shopping with Johan. The people there were really touched by his presence because they're all like miserable. And he looks so happy and moving around. They say they get life from that. I saw that, and they would talk to him and all this, and he's just there, and they're all, it just lifts their mood up because people are oppressed and depressed, and to see people that are positive and like that is amazing. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I need to move around a little bit.
Can I say something small?
Just a little, yeah. Go ahead.
Maya, I wrote down. Maya is like is communication. Yes.
Yeah.
And we communicate by being present, by our association.
Yeah.
And that is a complete communication. That is yoga Maya communication. It's complete communication.
Yeah, it's a communication. It's a communicator. You see, so Maya is communicating through her servants, and we're communicating also Krishna. We're the truth, the clarity, just the truth. The truth is this ecstasy. The truth is this knowledge. See, so we're communicating too. But whoever listens to this communication will be set free. You'll be set free. So there are a lot of perks here. I mean, anybody out there watching, if you're in fear, you'll get rid of your fear. If you don't know what is going on in this world, why am I here and all that, you'll learn all of that. You'll get real knowledge, because we're communicators. We're here to communicate blessings. This is all blessing. This bhakti is the best blessing on this universe. See? So we're here communicating blessings. Maya is communicating curses. You stay under the curse. You're cursed in every way. You're cursed, birth and death, old age and disease is a curse. Here you're set free from that curse. See? Curse of Maya. So it's amazing, the whole thing that we're doing is like River says, a great privilege to be here. I feel so like, wow, man, what a great privilege to be doing this preaching. I know people will know more and more of this. People are already coming. They'll see there's real honesty here, real shelter here that you don't get. You only get this kind of honesty with Krishna. It's just the truth, this truth. And all you get is nothing but lies from being more or less under Maya. Always lying. Lying to you, lies to others. See, that's why people are cursed in that way. Even in the mode of goodness is not good enough because it's still some lie there. See, still some lie. Many people in the mode of goodness, even looking Vaishnav is, they could be in ISKCON or Gaudiya Mata Gaudiya, but they may not like this preaching. Therefore, there's some lie there. You're not interested in the real truth. The real truth is this ecstatic devotion and the revelation that comes from it. That's it. The Satchidananda is now planted on this planet. Whoever comes towards this, you'll become truthful. like Krishna and his real devotees. Above even goodness, you'll know what the acharyas know. Otherwise, there'll be some level of a lie inside you. The lie is to think, you're going to go back to Godhead just following rules and regulations. It's still a lie. It's not completely truthful. It'll lead you here. See? Then you'll understand what real truth is. It's that what's going on here is very rare and very unusual to have. This is proof of it, the empowerment, because can you imagine to establish what we're establishing here in the face of this Maya, this kind of illusion, all the way up, all the way through religion and ISKCONs and Gaudiyas and all of that stuff, where there's still some level of unclarity there. Okay, I'm going, man. I'll see you guys later. I got to move around. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.